Hello, everyone, and welcome to another talk. So we're going to bring in another tune. I think I mentioned this yesterday. This tune is called On Green Dolphin Street. And so I've been looking a little bit at solo on it, and probably be able to find a few, but so I may do a little bit of a talk on that. But I thought I'd start out today, at least on this tune, to talk a little bit about the arpeggios. It's kind of a good spot to begin with a given tune as far as improvisation. So then you can really kind of play inside the chord changes and all that as you go. So start today by playing a little bit on it, and then we'll go from there. So this is being streamed to members of the YouTube channel, and also recording this for live stream. So I'm going to do a little playing on a tune, and take it from there. So let's talk a little bit about it and go through it. I'm going to pull up a lead sheet here on it. So I just played it in C. I'm also going to do a little bit in E flat. I don't know if I'll do that today or not, but just in general. So some tunes might be played in one of a couple of keys, and this is one of those. So it's often either played in E flat or C. All right, so the lead sheet is in E flat, but I'm gonna reference that, but I'm gonna talk about it in C, just to keep continuity with what I just did. And it may also just be kind of easier starting out to use C. Okay, so look at we're gonna work on the solo changes here for now. And so this is from the new Real Book 3. All right, so play arpeggios. Right, so that's kind of the idea here for today. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, my fade button. So gotta let everything come through again. There we go. Okay, haven't quite figured that thing out yet. Okay, so playing an arpeggio. Let's go to C. Sorry, back to C. Okay, so the idea here: play a root position, play. Then play it, from different, well, you might say kind of inversions, but really just different starting notes. I mean, I guess that's what that's also about anyway, but I'm going to pick 4 notes of the C major 7 arpeggio, right? Kind of work those through, and then you start mixing those up. And so let's say, so we had those 4 tones. We might start playing, mixing them up a little bit. Okay, and having kind of different iterations of the inversion. Okay, so let's look at another chord. So we go to C minor. So let's look at C minor 7. Okay, so we want to go through and be able to play, the C minor arpeggio. Okay, and then we're going to D major, and then D flat major 7, and then back to the C major 7. Okay, so we play like that. Let's say we play a little bit. So notice I did put a little bit of an outside tone just to get to that E flat, but wouldn't necessarily have to do that. Let's try another time here. Okay, so there's a case where we're really exclusively thinking about the arpeggios as they happen there. All right, so let's say G minor, or still transposing here, D minor. Oh, actually, let's yeah, that should be good. So actually, E minor, right? Okay. This is going to get us to the 2 chord. Okay, so E minor to A7, then to D minor. So we could play arpeggios on those as well. So okay, so notice that we're playing, like yesterday we talked about pentatonics. Yeah, here we're playing fewer notes, right? So we get another kind of, I say, just larger intervals, not as connected. So for example, so if we played, so we play C major 7, those are all thirds there. And then if we had the C pentatonic, then we get a couple whole steps there. Right? Whereas here, a lot of thirds, and then do get a half step. Okay, so that whole first section is going to bring us back to the C. We have a 2, 5 to 1. Okay, and then we're going to go to the key of the flat 3. So I have F minor, B flat 7, and E flat major 7. Okay. And then we're back to our 2, 5. Okay. So let's play through kind of slowly and think about those arpeggios there. So slow way down here. Okay, so similar to what we talked about the other day is the idea of kind of connecting the lines, whatever your material is. If you're thinking in terms of scale, bebop scale, or scale with 7 tones or 5 tones or 6 or whatever. In this case, four tones from an arpeggio. Could think about what connects our lines, and so it could be that the tone you just, let's say, pick your last tone of whatever chord the harmony is currently on, and then move to a chord tone that's nearby from for the next chord. Then aside from that, you could start adding chromatic lines in there as well to connect things as well. So there's another option there. right, so the second half of the tune starts out pretty much in the same way. We get C major 7, and then we get C minor 7, D major 7, D flat major 7, and then C major 7. So we could also play this little bit of a progression here. The C to F7 to E minor to A7, and then go to D minor. So notice I'm just kind of connecting these notes. So that's just a matter of breaking away from going to the same familiar tone and trying to go to some maybe other tones. It all depends on one's familiarity with chords, but when we're thinking about these arpeggios, we try to have an equal ability to go to any one of the 4 notes, and then that'll make it a lot easier to form connecting points for moving one chord to the next. Okay, now the second half of that B section there, we have the arrive on the 2 chord. Okay, and then we're going to go to 7 and 5 of 6. Okay, so there's an opportunity to use Phrygian dominant, which we've talked a little bit about. But in this case, we're thinking about these arpeggios, so we might play even just E7 there, or B minor 7 flat 5 to the E7, and let's say A minor 6. Okay, and then let's look at, let's see, yeah, let's do F sharp. Go a little different direction than the Relici there. B7, and then we could just have a circle of fifths there. So E minor, A7, and this is with the Relici now, and D minor to G7, and then back to the C. Okay, and then we're kind of connecting some of those lines. All right, so let's go through it again kind of slowly and see about that. Just kind of connecting those lines and everything. Go kind of slow here, maybe a little bit slower. Okay, so now I'll go through again and just gonna work on um, connecting lines. Maybe use some chromaticism there. We'll speed up our tempo a little bit here. Okay, so there, we're just moving a little bit, playing some things that are just more outside of the arpeggios. So we kind of some of the takeaway from today's talk and maybe yesterday's talk as well is sort of the idea of having maybe like a concept or some maybe source material, something like that, that you're thinking about, or just have it in the background, and then you're moving from there, kind of organizing uh, the material from that point. Okay. So let's see about maybe playing a little bit on the E flat version, or the E flat key, and try to get my loop set up here correctly. If all goes well. So I may overdub some of these bass and chord parts or harmony parts, but for now, this is kind of serving the purpose of being able to talk about certain things and have a kind of quick backing track going on. All right, so I may mute the chords at some point. See if I can kind of pull that off there. I'll just have to kind of reach over here and get that part, but we'll do a little playing on the E flat here. I think something has kind of gone wrong here. Sure what I did on that. We'll see here. Um, well, anyway, maybe I'll have to kind of fix that another time. But anyhow, kind of get the idea. But maybe what I'll do is I'll play a little bit on the C version here. Do a little more on that. And maybe I'll enter some chords here of my own. Start with that. Let's take it a little slower. right, everybody. Thanks so much for checking out this video, and thank you to those members who are supporting the channel. And thanks for those podcast listeners out there. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a great practice session.